Welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And he's going to run it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. From the gun, give on the inside. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and get these two big powerhouse conferences, they'll do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. And back in conference realignment, it was the best four programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC. So this one will be in.
Lost one deep down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Doors.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Offense in an empty set. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Flying down the right side. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Caught behind the line. It's Boston. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Second down coming up. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wide receiver shows motion. They think there's room to run to the right here. Fighting off the defender. Relying on the run. He gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Movement here from the tight end. Shotgun snap on third down. Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Washington wants to go quickly. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Quarterback on the keeper. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. The sure hands, it's Brown. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
A design run for the quarterback.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Commodores send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to
Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Going up top on first down. They've got the screen set up. He is going nowhere. Stop it at the line of scrimmage.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up. Do them on obvious passing situations when you're anticipating the D ends really racing up the field. They didn't have it set up that time.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Vanderbilt 7, Washington 3.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Boston. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab. It's Holmes. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the Huskies are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. You got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Fast motion from the offense. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away to buy time. Finds his man. It's Williams. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Bobcats have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Kentucky. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the side.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up the O.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got nothing on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
On the return, it's Washington. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Washington, 13.
The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Number 88, set to kick off.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. At the 35, he's loose. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the 2nd half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Dances away. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They'll put the tight end in motion. On third down, going up top. Right down the middle. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We've got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Looking to throw on second down. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Turns it on at midfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
From the gun, running back on the move.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Picked off.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming with.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. To the air on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
On the run, it's Washington. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
He's brought down at the 32-yard line. Third down coming up.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Safe completion on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Running for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
He'll start this drive firing. They'll run the screen. On the move at the 30. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Grab near the marker. It's Brown. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Commodores are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That's how you blow up the draw play. That's supposed to hit in between the tackles. But if you can force the ball carrier to bounce outside, you've got an opportunity to create a negative play, and they did exactly that.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's going to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Quarterback changing the plays at the line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Boston. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. At midfield, he's got room. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. They'll line up to go for 2. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. The pitch. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Barrett. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Commodores are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Wide out in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback adapting. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Hey, 3rd down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down coming.
And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Ohio is getting hooked right now at home, and it's all over but the primer. A lopsided affair filled with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 15 to Kentucky. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Brown. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
Feeling some heat. On the run, still looking. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the offense. They keep attacking through the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They're sending out the regular kickoff unit, and even with 2 timeouts left, I think they're going to sit there on defense and watch the clock hit 0 if they do this. Fair catch, called for and made. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups, and let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. 4th quarter, 2-possession lead. It makes it easy to play defense.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Still on his feet at the 45. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husky. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. They're lining up to boot it away. He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. This defense will try to keep everything in front. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Trying to get the corner. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just